Jimmy Mack, KC Sports Network. Just not the result, obviously, hoping for, but how did
Recording
you
in
feel about the
progress.
performance tonight? What are some positives maybe you can take from it, and just how do you feel headed into Paris this summer?
Yeah, obviously, it wasn't the game that we wanted to end kind of this journey on going into the Olympics. You can always take positives from some games, but yeah, the game today wasn't who we are, wasn't the identity that we've shown over the course of kind of this building course towards the Olympics. I think in the first half, yeah, we didn't do a good job of kind of going as a unit and pressing them. They kind of found it easy to play between the lines. We weren't really compact enough, and we didn't choose the right moments to go. I thought in the second half we came out better, created a couple of chances, but yeah, at the end of the day, we weren't decisive enough in the two final boxes, finishing the attacks and then preventing them. And yeah, against a really solid and disciplined team, they caused problems.
And then obviously a lot of talent on the roster. The U.S. has never brought home a medal at the Olympics, but what do you feel the mentality is like of the, obviously the final roster is not out yet, but the mentality of the pool going into the Olympics, and how do you feel about your chances of competing for a medal?
Yeah, obviously the mentality is going to the Olympics to try to bring home a medal. Like you said, the U.S. hasn't done so in its history, so that would be obviously our number one goal to try to place and get a medal. And the guys know that one game doesn't define us. We've had a lot of great results over like I said, the course of our build up to the Olympics. So it's just about regrouping, and you can take it both ways. You can lose confidence or take at it as a wake-up call, and yeah, kind of gives you more motivation going into the Olympics.
You raised your hand. All right.
It's like class.
I suck already. PJ Green, Fox 4, Kansas City. How much did you and your teammates just enjoy your time in the city?
Yeah, it was my first time being in Kansas City, so yeah, it was really great. We did a lot of escape rooms, to be honest. Walker was kind of the team leader in that. We completed all of them, all 6. So yeah, it was crazy. 6 in 2 days, so our brains were working. But it was a good city, very welcoming. Obviously, the facilities at Sporting were really, really nice. The training fields, the stadium, it was really nice. So they did a really good job of hosting us.
And just with a match like this, just because it's the final warm up, but there's so much to do until you get to Paris. I mean, do y'all kind of take just bits and pieces of this by the time you come back together for camp?
Yeah, it's always about taking bits and pieces between the camps. Like you said, it's kind of a little break between now and the preseason for the Olympics. And yeah, myself and everybody in the locker room still isn't sure if you're on that roster for the Olympics. So it's about, taking little pieces. And if you do get called upon, going into that preseason with everything and revamping, reworking towards that first game.
Gerald Bentley with Fired Up Network. Just how good does it feel to be on a team representing your country?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's always an honor for me whenever I hear the national anthem standing on the field. I tend to get emotional just because, I think about growing up in the country. Yeah, so much it's provided for me, my family, my grandparents, everybody being American. So, yeah, it's very nice for me to be able to do it in a way to represent my country on the field, wearing the badge. And, yeah, it's a true honor, and I love every second of it, and I don't take it for granted.
Anyone else in the room? Dan Manzano for Telemundo. Just knowing that you're going to a competition where any mistake can cost you the ticket to the next phase, does this put more pressure on you guys and also affects the fact of taking risks? How are you guys taking that?
It's a good question. In a major tournament, every game's like a final, and you guys know how finals go. It's margins like this, it's calls like this, it's inches and centimeters, and a lot of the times in finals, it's 1 by 1 goal. So, of course, I'm sure at the start of every game, the teams will be feeling each other out, but at the end of it, you just have to stick to your DNA, and we're a team that does go for it, and no matter who we play, we're gonna stick to our DNA and play the way we want to play. And that's from, I think, all of U.S. soccer. No matter who we go against, we're going to play our DNA and sticking to that. And, I think we'll be fine. Thank you.
Anyone else in the room?
All right, next up, we'll go to Andrew Jones from the Believe Network via Zoom.
Thanks, Chris.
Pax, as you mentioned, sticking into the DNA. So, what are the things that you will say if you're on that roster that will get a medal at Paris for you all in terms of the things that you got to accomplish in order to get a medal there?
Yeah, speaking from the DNA side, I think, yeah, just being a collective team, a collective unit, going into that tournament believing that you can get a medal, that's the most important thing. If you don't believe, then yeah, you might as well pack your bags and go home. So just having that belief of going in and knowing that we can go get the medal, and we have a talented roster. All you guys know, like you said, we have the players and we have the capabilities to go and achieve our goal there. So the first and foremost thing is just the belief and yeah, sticking to our plan, sticking to our tactics, trusting in the coach, and trusting one another to go get the job done.